Okay, so good evening all. My name is Divya and I am the chair for ACM chapter in my college, and I warmly welcome you all on behalf of my entire team to this event that has been organized as a part of our orientation program. And the objective of the session is to let you guys know about a brief about what ACM is, what are the various chapters it has, and about the benefits that we get as a member of this organization. So, moving forward, we'll be knowing about the event that we have organized. We'll be disclosing the topic, and we'll be sharing the guidelines and the format in which you have to write the research paper, actually the event in which you all have taken part. So moving forward, I'll hand over the session to Vaishnavi and I'll request her to proceed with with an introduction to ASIM and its benefits. So handing over to Vaishnavi.
Hello everyone. I am Vaishnavi Pandey, Chapter Secretary of ACM SRM GPC Student Chapter. I would like to tell you basically what is ACM. First, I'll start with the full form itself. ACM, or Association for Computing and Machinery, is an internationally learned society for computing, which was founded back in 1947. It is world's largest scientific and educational computing society, which promotes and facilitates various computing activities, whether it's research or corporate world. It's a chain of all the computational enthusiasts where we see a world computing helping all the tomorrow's problems, where we use our problems and skills to advance the professionals and make a positive impact. Next slide. Now, actually, ACM has various student chapters all over the institutes of the world, and ACM SRM GPC chapter is one of those chapters. ACM chapters are internationally recognized, and we have initiated such chapter in our college too. At ACM chapter, we try to facilitate the activities conducted by ACM worldwide at our campus. The work which is done by the ACM all over the world is that it conducts many conferences, many workshops, many research works, and publications and competitions all throughout the year in the whole world, which are actually very prestigious and of much importance. ACM membership gives you access to many resources and tools which can be helpful for you to be the best computing professional. Now, telling you more further about ACM membership benefits. ACM has its big library. It's a very huge library, that is ACM Digital Library, which comprises of all the most important research works, journals, official proceedings, and magazines. ACM Digital Library is really prestigious and renowned about its collection as it has more than 1 million publications. Its data is accessible to all the people around the world. But being a part of ACM, there are certain perks associated with it. If you are a member of ACM, then you get easy access to other things of that digital library because it is not all of it which is accessible to everyone. So you get that as well. You get e-newsletter regularly from ACM and electronic subscription to the other magazines. You will also be eligible for an acm.org email forwarding address as well. So these are all the perks related to being a member of ACM. Now, since we are promoting research and ACM is famous for research and paper publications, you might be wondering if there is a career scope in research or not. So here we have analyzed few of the resources from internet, and what we have found is here. So you can refer to the table which shows stats of salary of researchers throughout the world in different occupations and the jobs that you can get as a researcher. This is the average income salary of the researcher, which is according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now handing over the session to Divya ma'am as she will be telling you further about ACM chapter.
Thank you, Vaishnavi, for letting us know about the benefits that one has being a part of ASIM and the membership benefits too. So, proceeding further, as explained by Vaishnavi, ASIM has various chapters throughout the world as it's a global organization. So, I just give a detail about the chapters that it has. It has about 700 chapters globally in various countries like India, US, Bangladesh, Australia, Canada, Europe, etc. And most of the like it has various chapters in various prestigious foreign universities too, like UC Berkeley, Stanford, etc. Talking about India, in India too, we have more than 200 chapters in various colleges and various prestigious colleges like IITs, NITs, triple ITs, and IISc Bangalore, etc. We have initiated one such chapter in our college too, which is of course matter of pride for every student studying in Ramsarup. So next slide, please. So this is a list of events that we'll probably be conducting in near future. The list ranges from community service and outreach event to conferences, seminars, panels, joint meeting, fundraiser events, hackathons, webinars, and ranging from technical to research about various events to be conducted, which will be facilitating, and we'll be also sharing about various conferences that ASIM conducts worldwide, and everything will be facilitated to your college at your ease. Moving forward, next slide. This is the core team that we have in our college. In case if anyone is interested to joining the chapter, you can contact any of the executive. We'll definitely share the contact details on the group that you all are part of. And we have a special guest with us, a friend of mine. I have invited him to share his experience being a part of ASIM chapter in his college. So I would like to introduce Avnish to everyone here. He is from NIT Surat and he has been a part of ASIM chapter of NIT Surat since last 2 years. And I would request him to share his experience about being a member of ASIM, what are the benefits that he has got and his personal experience. So Avnish, would you please like to share your experience with us?
Sure, thanks. Uh, Thank you, everyone. I would like to thank ACM SRMGPC for inviting me to share my experience in last 2 years. Like in SVNIT and Triple IT Surat, the ACM membership is a bound thing. Like we are not allowed to leave it. Each of us gets a chance to be an ACM member. There are a lot of perks involved with it. When it was an offline semester, we had many industry talks within the campus. For example, once we had many engineers from Google, about 10 at once. There are many industry talks also, like what is actually going inside the industry. Like you cannot know from the comfort of your home that what is happening in the industry, which is 600, 700, or even few thousand kilometers away from your home. You cannot get it unless you have some source. ACM works as a source for you to fetch the data from there and use it for your benefit. Let us take an example. One of my seniors, he had to make a research paper. But when he went through the ACM archives, he found that this some prior work has been done. So it saved him at least 300 hours of work. So that's a lot of time. 300 hours of work means something like 2 months. So this is the effect that ACM creates on your profile. Apart from this, we also get a lot of perks like contacting other ACM chapters for their events. We get invited to their events. We invite them in our events, which benefits both of us. Uh, Apart from this, we also have our own developer groups, which emerge with the passing time. For example, in my college, there's a group of some 600 developers, which help us to build new things, to come up with new ideas, to test them. Uh, Even if we do one thing, we are not supposed to do all things associated with. We will always need some or other help. For example, I was creating a Flutter application, so I needed some developers who could do the other tasks like testing it. When you create a pool of developers or a pool of computer geeks, you get to know a lot of other things that you could not have known otherwise. You also get a chance to be mentored since a very young age. For example, in my case, I am being mentored by last around 8 to 10 months by my ACM seniors. Darshil Sabalia, who is also the chairperson of ACM SVNIT Surat. ACM also helps us to organize our own events, getting funds, contacting the other big giants like Google or Microsoft, so that they can fund you for your events. Sorry. In the month of January, in the last week of January, we organized a hackathon called Hack.Slash. A few of you might have seen it on LinkedIn. It was a very successful hackathon. We got more than 1,000 registrations in total and 850 official registrations. So to organize such level, to organize hackathons or events of such level, you need a lot of guidance. We cannot do it on alone. There were around 40 teams in the final round, and the organizing team itself was around 100. So you can assume yourself that how much rigor is actually required. Bringing ACM inside your campus adds a lot of value to your campus, to your resume, if you are a member. Like whenever I send my resume to anyone, my resume has not been there has not been any single instance when my resume was not shortlisted. Even I applied for Google, when I was in my second year, like it was just start of my second year, I applied for Google and I got even selected. I appeared for the online coding round for APAC, that's Asia Pacific, and I also appeared in 2 of the interview rounds. After that, I was discarded. But ACM adds the value to your resume also. ACM also has a lot of prizes. I can tell you, yeah. A few days ago, I received an email in which it was written that a new ACM is establishing a new award for those who want to do PhD right after their BTech. ACM will be funding the expenses that will be incurred in order to complete their PhD. Apart from that, ACM will also provide them the academic mentors. Like they are mostly from the IISc or IIIT Delhi, and the current ACM head of India is also from IISc Bangalore. So you can assume you can have a proper guess. Like ACM is undoubtedly the best society in what, like not even in India, but the whole world. Most of the standards which are being set by ACM, they are globally recognized. And one more thing I would like to add, that at times there are some workshops in ACM which add to your soft skills. I can give you one example. In the last month, I attended a workshop with ACM. The first speaker was founder of Pune-based startup, and I would like to conclude here. If someone has any question, they can please ask.
I think that was a lot of new, knowledge for people here. Even we didn't know some of the benefits that you just listed, and thank you so much for letting us know about the benefits of ACM as well as being a part of it. And thanks for sharing your experience being a part of ACM in your college. So now the most awaited thing, like the research paper event that we are hosting now, I would like to request Nandini to please go ahead with the explanation of the research paper, the guidelines, and the topics that we are about to disclose. So, Nandini, you may continue from here.
Thank you, ma'am. I warmly welcome you all to this mega event, and we are very excited and we have waited long enough. I am Nandini Shrivastava, and I'm an executive member of Core ACM team. Before we get started, let me get you through some important points, which will also be posted in the WhatsApp group. We will provide you a Google form link through which you will submit your paper, and you will submit your paper in PDF or Word document form. The author of the paper should be undergraduate student, and only one entry from one person is allowed. Originality of the research paper is must, and plagiarism is not at all tolerated. Deadline for the research paper is midnight 5th of April. The paper should be in English, and it should not be longer than 20 pages, including all the charts, graph references. The top 12 people will be selected whose paper will be selected, and they will be asked to present their paper on 7th of April. The result of this event will be announced on the 10th of April, and the top 3 winners will be given goodies in form of gadgets. All participants will be given certificate of participation, and the top 20 people will be given Geeks for Geeks voucher of worth rupees 300. The topic of research paper are divided into 3 sections: social, technical, and healthcare. Social and healthcare are concrete topics, and you can pick any one topic from it. And the technical is divided into 3 subdomains, and you can choose your topic from there. But remember, you have to give only one topic in the paper.
Okay,
Are
so
there any questions?
just to repeat the thing again, Raj, previous slide, topic 1. Yeah, so as listed here, we have divided the topics into 3 domains: social, technical, and healthcare. Remember, you have to give only one paper, so you can select any one of the given domains. Suppose, for example, suppose if you're selecting social, okay, so you will be writing a paper either on impact of digital education on mental health of students or on digitalization and future scope, okay. Similarly, if you're interested into writing papers in some technical domains, for technical, we haven't given any concrete topic, just to let you guys have a variety of options. So we have divided this thing into subdomains. Like you can give your paper in any of the technology that you feel comfortable with in terms of AI or ML, or maybe if you're interested into NLP, or if you are an EC student, you must be interested into computer architecture. So we have divided the technical domain into 3 subdomains. Again, you can pick only one of these and you can write your paper upon the guidelines that we will be providing. Then again, the healthcare is again, the rules are same. If you are picking healthcare domain, so you can choose this topic, you have to write your paper based on this. Now coming to the format and the guidelines. So Raj, could you please open that drive link? Raj, can you hear me?
Hello. Sir.
Okay, so as you can see on your screen, we'll be giving you this drive link, as we'll be, and also we'll be sending these PDFs to you individually on the WhatsApp group that you're a part of. So the first document is guidelines for research. Raj, open that. Guidelines for research. So in this PDF, we have listed down all the requirements and all the rules that you have to follow for writing your paper, the eligibility, mode of submission, entry requirements, and everything that have already been explained by Nandini, appearance and format and everything is there. So you can refer to this for knowing about the guidelines of the paper that you have to write. And again, the second document is yes, there are 2 formats that we have selected. This one is a simplified form of a research paper that we tried framing in a way that even beginners can understand that how actually a paper is written. So you can refer to this if you are a beginner. Again, we have another sample which we have picked from the standard papers, which is also the standard format that you have to follow while you go for publishing papers in organizations like IEEE or ASIM. तो सेकंड वाला खोलो जो दूसरा फॉर्मेट है या सो यू कैन रेफर यू कैन नहीं ये नहीं एक और है या नो वेट I think there is some confusion. I'll be sharing one more paper format. Just a minute. I think there is some confusion with the link. Either you have uploaded the wrong file. I'll be okay, no issues. Just go back. So we'll be sharing one more format with you, which is the standard format for the papers written in organizations like IEEE or ASIM. And then the 4th file is for the topics. So these are the topics that we have already explained. And as you know, you have to pick any one topic among this and you have to proceed with your research. Now, if anybody is having any doubt, you can just unmute yourself or you can write on chat box. And other than that, we'll also open the WhatsApp group, or we'll send a link for the Telegram group where you can join and ask your doubts. And we have also provided the contact details of the executives whom you can call and ask if you have such doubts. Remember that you have to submit your paper on 5th of April, which is day after tomorrow, before 11:59 p.m. That is रात के 12 बजे के पहले. And once you submit your paper, it will be analyzed from various judge panels. We have a judging panel from various, who are the members of IEEE, then ACM, then ACM, and also professors from some of the universities. So they'll be reviewing your paper, and the top 12 will be selected from then, and we'll be contacting those top 12 and we'll be announcing the names of those top 12 people. And then they'll have to present their paper in front of those judging panel, and the best one among you will be the winner of the event. So the final list of the winner will be announced on 10th of April, and we wish you all the best for the event. If anybody is having some doubt with it, you may proceed with it. Otherwise, we can send the, please repeat the last date of, okay, the last date of submission is for the first round. Like everyone has to write the paper, those who want to participate in it, you have to write your paper on, like you have to submit your paper on 5th of April before 11:59 p.m. That is, you have the entire day and you can submit it before 12 a.m., like before 6th. Okay, on 5th, you have to submit your first round of paper, and then it will be analyzed by the experts, and you'll the top 12, the top 12 contestants will be announced on 6th, and on 7th, they have to present their paper. Like the same work, you have to explain how have you researched on it, and they'll be asking some cross questions, and you have to answer that. Like they'll be questioning you on your work and on your knowledge, and the best one among you will be the winner for this event. And the perks have already been listed for the winners, so you can proceed with your research. Also, we'll provide a YouTube video, which will be recorded by an executive from our team, and that will clear your doubts regarding the guidelines and regarding the format that we have shared. Okay, so now if anyone is having some doubts, you may ask. You'll get a Google form link where you can submit your paper. And that link and the link for this Google Drive will be shared in the WhatsApp group that you are a part of. Pallavi is raising hand. Pallavi, you may type your doubt or you may unmute. Is it compulsory to be handwritten? No, you don't. It doesn't need to be handwritten. You can write it, like it can be digital. You just have to follow the proper guideline and format. Like it shouldn't be longer than 20 pages, and then the references should be there. If you are copying some content from somewhere, plagiarism shouldn't be there. You have to take care of all those things. Anything else? We want to ask something, please unmute. Okay. You can now unmute yourself.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Just a minute. Smith Patel, how many students? 12 students would be selected from the first round. And yeah, this is not an assurance from my end, but if suppose if you are if we are getting a huge number of papers and some papers are really good, so the numbers increase to 15 or 20. So you never know, you can just give your best because you just want that one spot, right? So yeah, for now it's 12, but depending upon the quality and quantity of the entries that we receive, the numbers may increase. Okay, Ufaq, you may proceed.
Ma'am, I want to ask, हम लोग जो अभी हैं, हम लोग रिसर्च पेपर पब्लिश या फिर हम लोग जो अभी सबमिट करेंगे 5th of April को,
हाँ,
हम लोग एज अ बिगनर है, तो will there be a leniency or
see the guidelines and
professional?
okay, see the guidelines and the format that we have provided are standard. ये जो guidelines जो हमने यहाँ पे दे रखी हैं, जो format आपको दिया है, ये standard जगहों से ही लेके दिया है. So if you're following this format and if you're writing your paper, if your work is original, so it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you're experienced. And your paper will be reviewed by some experts. As I already said, they're experienced researchers who are already members of organizations like IEEE and ACM. So they'll review your paper accordingly if you're a beginner or if you're experienced. So yeah, it completely depends on how you're expressing your work. Just that it should be original and you should put some effort into it, into expressing how you are writing the paper. So
So
I
that
think that answers
that's
your
all I
question.
want to ask कि silly mistake नजरअंदाज हो जाएंगी अगर कोई silly mistakes करते तो.
अगर रिसर्च पेपर लिख रहे हो तो आई डोंट थिंक यू विल बी दो इतना सिली मिस्टेक्स आएंगे उसमें, बट या यू कैन टेक
Yeah,
केयर,
even
यू
though.
कैन यूज okay, you can use resources like Grammarly and all for eliminating mistakes like spelling and grammatical format errors.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. And also in the guidelines, you will see I have mentioned few points based on which your paper will be judged. So you can refer to that too. Do we have to present a research work or it can be theoretical? Like we cannot do research in 2 days. Yeah, I do agree that you cannot do research in 2 days, but since it's an event that we are bound by date, so we have given you topics which are really common. Like even if you are picking a small thing in NLP, say suppose a text summarizer. So most of the work is already done. Also, we are allowing review papers, so you can refer to those work. You can gather some knowledge from there, and then you can present it on your own paper and we will review it accordingly. Handwritten consider. Yeah, handwritten is fine, but I would like want to know why would you go for handwritten papers? Like you can write it digitally now. But yeah, handwritten is considerable, just that the format should be in PDF or Word. What is the minimum acceptable plagiarism? The minimum acceptable plagiarism is, for according to ASM, it's 19%, but we can like accept up to 20. Like yeah, we can accept plagiarism up to 20%, but try not to include plagiarism in it, because even if you're adding some images from some sources, please do try to mention the sources from where you have taken those images. Okay, just yeah, guys, you can write your queries in the comment box. Till then, I would like Avnish to make an announcement about an event that his chapter is about to conduct. If you guys like that, you may participate in it. So, Avnish, you may go ahead.
Sure. Am I audible?
Yeah,
Hello.
completely audible.
Okay. So the ACM chapter of SCNIT is going to organize a complete technical weekend for the tech geeks. That will be the Geekend in the next weekend. There will be a technical quiz and some expert talks, and all of you are invited as hello. Hello.
Yes, Avnish, go ahead.
Okay.
You're completely audible.
All of you are invited as undergraduate students, and I hope that you will enjoy it. We will send the links to your emails and WhatsApp. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Only
You
this
can
was the announcement.
forward the link to us and we'll try promoting the event in our college too. If the students are interested, they may join. Okay. I got a question. Can we write a review paper? Yes, Manshi, you are allowed to write a review paper. Just that you have to take care of the guidelines that we have uploaded. Anyone else with any question, you may ask here.
Ma'am, what we will be writing in the research paper? Actually, I didn't get and I have never written the research paper also.
Just a second. Can I know who's speaking? I just can't see your name.
Pallavi.
Okay, hi Pallavi. So what you will be writing in a research paper is we have given you some topics, right? So you have to, read about those topics. You have to see, like you have to first refer to the format that we have provided. So you can see there are a list of topics, and then you will analyze that format according to your topic. You will research about it. You will see some content on internet. Then you will gather your knowledge, and then that thing you have to put in work in the form of a paper, which is basically a documentation of your work that you have done so far, and then you can submit it to us and we'll then review it. Just that you have to follow the guidelines and format. That's what I'm saying repeatedly.
Like I know what is AL and ML. So like we will be writing what is all about AI and ML.
No, as I said, the social and the healthcare topics are concrete. Like you have to write exactly what's written there, like role of technology in medical advancement. But AI and ML are the topics which are not limited to a specific, thing. Like there are a variety of applications which can be made into these topics. And since a lot of students here are from technical background, so we have given the technical subdomains in such a way that you people can choose your own topic from this subdomain. So when you'll search on internet, you'll get a lot of ideas on to where to implement your knowledge of AI, ML, and everything on like selecting a topic. If you need some help, you can contact any of the executive, and we'll try helping you out with your doubts further. So I hope that it answers your question. If you're picking a topic from technical domain, so there are subdomains. Those aren't concrete topics. If you are picking a topic from healthcare or social, so there we have given the exact topics which you can research about and write in the paper. Also, we have provided a format which consists of headings and subheadings in which you have to, present your work. Anything else? Anybody? Okay, I'll end the meeting and we'll share the links on the group. Also, we'll share the recording of this event in case you had some technical issues or you missed something. Please make sure that you complete your entries before 5th and submit it so that you are eligible for participation certificate. Please remember that only the participants who participated in the event, who submitted their entries, will be given the certificate of participation from ASIM chapter. And then the participants who will be moving forward in further rounds will be eligible for the prizes and the goodies that we have announced. Thank you everyone for participating. I hope we have covered most of the queries that you guys had. In case you have further queries, we'll try finding out some ways. We'll provide the contact numbers and as well as the Telegram group link of our club. You can join that and you're most welcome with your queries. So I think we should leave then. Bye everyone, and thank you again for participating in it. And also thank you Avnish for being a part of the event and letting us know about various facts and figures and your experience. So bye. And that's the end from our end. Bye.